Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Race Wife Life 77 for Better for Worse. I am your host, Kelly Cromer, and I thank you for being here. First of all, I want to start off by saying I hope everyone had a wonderful Easter holiday. And we did some enjoying here. My husband, Kevin, and I were just at home. We did some fishing with our grandsons, which was nice on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we were at home cleaning the garage. Yes. So as far as being with the kids, they were either working or with the other side of their family. And we did have a late dinner and did get to see some family on Easter Sunday. But we spent a majority of our day just cleaning out the house garage. And with that, we were getting rid of some desk chairs. And when I was started rolling them down to the garage, down to the dumpster rather, from the garage, my husband's like, wait a minute, why would we carry these? Like, why? Let's race. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, let's race. So I just want to share with you now this lovely little clip of ours. Let's see. Here we go, of us racing. I know some of you may have seen it on social media already, but for those that didn't, I'm just going to share it now. So we'll have some fun.
Okay, place your bets.
When you live with a race car driver, everything has to be a race, even getting the chairs down to the dumpster. Don't carry them when you can race them. Here we go. So, yay me, I was able to beat him. But I have to be fair and say that, he had the one that was heavier as far as the base. So my chair went rolling real well. And like I said, he did have the one that had the heavier base. But anyway, I'll take a win any way I can get it. And that one was mine to claim. So that was part of our Easter Day fun. And anyway, something different that we don't usually do. So, yeah, I want to just get back into doing a broadcast here. It's been a while. Man, life has been hard lately. I don't know about for you, but there's been a lot of challenges here. Let's see, everything from work, the weather. Here where we are, it has just been raining constantly. It's continuously cold. It is just terrible. I mean, we had our first race was supposed to have been already. However, that got postponed because of weather, and that's like states away from us, and it got postponed. So I know rain is hitting a lot of places, and it is actually really cold here too in Pennsylvania. We're like only in the 40s, and it's just been raining nonstop. Um, it's just terrible, and they just more rain continuing for the next couple days, and it's not only depressing, it's just tiresome. I mean, it makes you exhausted, and it is just not good for the soul. So we need some sunshine to come out soon, and I hope that happens. In the meantime, I've been thinking about what to broadcast with, and my guests will be coming on. I know I keep saying that, but they will be. I promise you. But in the meantime, like I said, everybody's busy prepping with, and then also with the holiday. So there's just been a lot going on, and weather. Like I said, it's just been challenging on many cases, including internet. I just find that. I don't know. This weather is not conducive to even having good signals. So I even hope now that when I'm recording that when I play this back, it's good. It's not all disfigured and all where I have to, just throw it out and start all over again. So I was trying to figure out what could I talk about. And one thing that came to mind with racing season around the corner, but also in all areas of most of our lives, is to bite your tongue. Yeah, I have a lot of situations in which I am extremely passionate. I'm very passionate. When I'm into something, I'm very passionate about it. And I am a talker. Yes. I'm a talker, and it's hard for me to bite my tongue sometimes. I'm doing very well at it because between my work, my being a race wife, family, just anywhere and everywhere, I have to bite my tongue because there's always somebody watching, and somebody that maybe is going to be like, you know what, you just have to sit back and take it, because it's just not professional, or it's just not the time to go and say what you want to say. So, on that note, I mean, thinking about racing and thinking about things getting rolling and starting, um, my driver, Kevin, my husband, I mean, when something doesn't go right, he gets very upset and frustrated at the track and everything. But when I start to share my opinions or say, well, you know what, I'm going to go over there, I'm going to say something, I'm always told, no, mind your own, stay out of it. Don't, I'm not, we're not getting involved. You're not getting involved. I'm not getting involved. We're just going to let it go and move on. It is what it is. And I'm always told I can't say anything. So it's like, I have to bite my tongue. And only maybe 2-3 times have I really lost it at a racetrack with people. One time in particular, when my husband's car was badly damaged, because as far as we're concerned, it was intentional. And I mean, everybody could see it. And aside from the right people that should have made the calls and seen it. So I'm just going to say it, because it's one time that I'm talking about, and some people know what it is and others don't. But this was a while ago, and yeah, there's just somebody that should not have been on the track, and it was intentionally taking people out every race, and it was just getting ridiculous. And that time when everything went down, yeah, I was frustrated, and I just went right to the other person's team members, and I just said everything I needed to say. Of course, you always have people that come over and are like, no, stop, what's going on? You break it up, whatever. I mean, it's just not that it was physical or anything. It was just that I was saying what I needed to say and what I felt about that moment in time, because I had bit my tongue so many times before. And I just decided this time, these people need to hear it. They just absolutely need to hear it. It's just absurd. I mean, racing is costly. Fixing these cars is costly. And when, if you can't get the spot by racing for it, then, and you just have to smash for it, well, then that's just ridiculous, and you deserve to hear what I need to say. So that night, yeah, I said things, and my husband, people are like, aren't you going to go over and tell her to stop? He's like, nope, she's on a roll, and nope, let her go. I'm not going to stop her now. So yeah, because I wasn't going to shut up anyway. So that was like my one time that I really went off on somebody, and just told them what I feel like I needed to say, and my husband didn't stop me. But normally it's like, just mind your own, stay out of it, and bite your tongue. Just don't get involved and just walk away. I'm like, but, and he's like, no, stop. Other times, there are people that say things to me. They think they know who I am, or they think they know my family, or what goes on, or dynamics within. And a lot of times they don't really know. Like, they think they know, like I said, but they really don't. And they want to put their opinion in where it really doesn't belong. And I mean, I think we're all guilty of doing that we want to give our 2 cents and put our opinion in where it doesn't belong. But there's just times where people cross boundaries. I mean, have you ever been in a position where somebody's crossing a boundary with you, but due to other people around you that you care about and support, that you decide to just stay quiet and just let this person who is completely off track continue to talk and say what they're saying, and it's frustrating you, and taking you to this whole other level, but you just sit and you say nothing, or just kind of agree with them, like, because you don't want to make things bigger than they are, or even have anyone else have to get involved. So it's like, just let it roll, let them say what they have to say, and just move on. I mean, it just happens all over the place. I was trying to think of different situations. And one of the things that comes to mind is a lot of people will talk about being in the grandstands at the races and the way the women act in the grandstands. I mean, yeah, hey, we ladies are passionate about our drivers. And, this show is about, it's not just the race wife. I mean, it's also, the racer's mom and the racer's sister or, it's the racer's daughter out there. I mean, so people become passionate and aggressive. And one of the things that I can remember from one of the first times I went to a racetrack, and I used to sit in the grandstands to watch. And it's been years since I've been in the grandstands to watch. On a regular basis. I mean, once in a while when we have friends that come to the track with us and they're over in the grandstand, and if I don't have to be cabin spotter or something or have another task, I'll go over and sit with our friends and everything over in the grandstands, and that's fun. But years back when I first started going racing, I was just blown away by the ladies. Women, as some might say, like, don't use the term ladies because, oh my goodness, the words coming out of their mouth are keeping them far from sounding like a lady. But yeah, I mean, it was like real, like people, like with these women were getting into fist fights over things that were happening with their family members on their drivers, on the track. And I was just like, oh my gosh, is this what these people do? Like I was a newbie with racing and I had no idea. And I was just blown away. And I'm like, I don't know that I can sit over here. I'm kind of scared. So, yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that don't bite their tongue, but how does that work for you? When people are saying something about someone or something that you're passionate about, um, is it something that you can stay quiet and bite your tongue and just think like, oh, I should just let them go, or are you one that's just like, no, I'm telling them what they need to hear. I mean, because I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And they just need to be told and shut down. Because, there's just so many times where it can be scary to have these people say things to you that you don't want to get into confrontation, so you keep quiet. There's other times where you are just so fuming and you're just like, you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna roll with it. I can't bite my tongue. I've got to say what I got to say. Where your emotions get the best of you, and or other times, like I said, that you can just, for the best interest of all, stay quiet. I mean, there's so many different areas of my life where I listen. Um, People say things. People have their opinions, thoughts. It just want to put their input, and that's, I get it. I get it. And but I've pretty much just been biting my tongue and not saying too much. Um, Otherwise, I will sometimes go through like the back door and reach out to people and let them know that I have some concerns and there's some things I want to say, and I want to give my input. And I do it the best way I know how, and not to come across as in a defensive manner, but just in a, hey, either sharing with what I need to as far as my standpoint, whether it be from an emotional, kind of perspective, to share like, hey, things have been tough and this is what I need you to know and this is what I need you to hear. To other times where it's just, yeah, you know what? They need to back it down a notch because they are just keep coming and coming and coming after. And I'm just not going to have it happen anymore. That it's just not worth the constant stress and aggravation that the next time that you turn a corner or you see them or there's a phone call or anything like that it's going to come out and you're going to have to hear it again. It's like, okay, you told me 2-3 times. We clarified, we figured out the situation. Stop rehashing it, because the more that you rehash it, after we've been through this, I'm going to listen to it 2-3 times and then I'm going to be like, you know what? Stop talking about it. Just stop, because I'm done. Get over it, or like, shut up. um, Yeah, because I can only listen to something so long, and I'll take responsibility for things, even if it's not my fault. Sometimes I will take responsibility for things, and that can be a problem. People don't like when I'm like, you know what, just own it, whatever. Well, why should I own it? It's not my fault. Well, you know what, just who cares? Just so we can move on because they're not going to stop, and I just don't need the added stress and drama. Who likes drama? Nobody likes drama. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of people that like drama and they create their own drama because they thrive on that and they thrive on the reactions that people give them. And that's where I come in with my, you know what? I'm not giving a reaction. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. There's enough that I have in my life to contend with that I don't have control over, that I just have to like move through. So the things that I can control, I will control. And other than that, no, not going to do it. You know, you can point the finger, you can blame, you can whatever you want to do. um, I'll hear you once, I'll hear you twice, but then after that, I'm going to tell you, you know what, I'm not listening to this anymore. Goodbye, and walk away. Because if you can't stop rehashing it, then I don't need to see you and talk to you about it anymore. You can just go talk to somebody else about it. So anyway, just biting your tongue. Best thing to do a lot of times, think things through, think beyond the moment. It's one of these things that I preach to people all the time. Um, Especially in my line of work as a counselor. I mean, I'm a mom, a grandma, a stepmom, um, a daughter, a sister, a friend. I'm a school counselor. I mean, there's like so much that I am constantly talking to people and helping them through situations. And the advice is always just like, hey, think about it. Take some time, take a deep breath, count in your head, whatever. Don't even just block people out and don't even listen. And just think about all the ways that your reaction is going to either help a situation or make it worse. And who else is it going to affect? And just take a moment and breathe and say, you know what? I can just bite my tongue on this one because, like, seriously, how's the world going to change if you don't? You know? And if you do, it just makes it easier to just move forward and move on. So, yeah, that's my episode for tonight is just bite your tongue, because there are things coming up in the upcoming weeks with the racetracks. And I mean, all of us have different things going on within our lives. I think that everybody has enough stress, um, enough drama that is unnecessary. So why bring on more if you don't have to? So, no matter where you're at, whether it's sitting in traffic, looking out and watching the rain again. I mean, you know, just complaining about the weather to other people, like they're right there in that same boat with you, and they're tired of it too. So, as far as like moaning about the weather and how you don't like it and how it's ruining your plans, like nobody wants to hear that. Bite your tongue. Um, when things aren't quite going the best for you, there's always somebody out there that has it worse than you. And so think about it. Is it really something that you need to complain about, or can you just bite your tongue? And when there's somebody that's carrying on and pretty much bringing attention to themselves and maybe just acting the fool, Um, do you want to get involved in that, or do you just want to be like, nope, not being part of that? Because a lot of times there are people who are filming with phones, and yeah, what's it going to be if you get involved? So you know what, bite your tongue. So that's pretty much tonight's episode. I'm not going to really say too much more than that because I think we can all connect and relate. And I am going to do my best to bite my tongue when I get upset with anyone, including my driver, for not listening to me at the racetrack. A lot of times he just likes to, do things and like, oh, I think I should do this, and I'm like, no, don't think you should. But he'll just be like, yeah, I should make this one last change, and it's like, all right, I'm just gonna bite my tongue because if it doesn't work out, it's on him and it's not on me. Like, oh, well, you should have let me do that. If I tell him that "Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead, do that." And then he does, and he'll be like, oh, why did you let me do that or whatever. So, yeah, so I'll just bite my tongue, just whatever, go with it because life's short, man. And you don't need the drama. You don't need the arguments or the the extras that it can entail. So bite your tongue, think about it, breathe, and move on for another day, and hopefully a less stressful one, and hopefully with some sunshine, because I am so over all this rain and cold. I mean, come on. I know everybody's like doing that wanting sunshine dance with me. So, hey, I hope you're staying warm, dry, safe, and in your travels in the upcoming weeks to and from the racetracks. I wish you all the best. Those of you that are listening in your cars, be safe, simmer down, no road rage, bite your tongue, even if it's by yourself in the car. I say some positive affirmations to yourself instead of anything negative, and keep smiling and keep listening. So thanks for listening, and I appreciate it, and have a great rest of the week, and take care. I'll see you again soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.